at last, we are back. I know it's been so flipping long, like come on, like really, where, like there are a lot of questions which no one would even ask in the first place, but whatever, like I'm here, so yeah, here you go. Now, of course, there are other questions as to why this video is again gameplay. I mean, no one's asking this question either. It's just formality. So, I mean, like, again, this is gameplay due to a few reasons because I have some stuff going on, so that's why I am not making a traditional video. Plus, I have just gotten myself new equipment, so it's taking a lot of time to adjust to it, and there are a lot of complications for now. I don't think so anytime soon it's gonna be a case where I could make a video with any better camera quality. For now, I'm gonna stick to basically this format for now, which is gameplay. Obviously, I know who does 2024 gameplay recording style format or something, unless you're sick or something, but still, like, that's the only excuse I have right now. Anyways, let's get to the main point of the video. So, well, first video to come out since 3 years ago, when I stopped uploading because of the loss of my first laptop due to careless water damage while using it, causing its motherboard to corrupt, leaving virtually no data, making it out of there in some way or form, or at least if not for the hard disk, which I happened to recover somehow with all its files, but except for a few files here and there which were like within the app. Nonetheless, I did recover some of it, but like I did try to recover others, but again I was locked out of some of the files because I didn't have permission to access them because they were a different OS. I tried doing it on Windows, but when I plugged it into some other OS, it did come. So there were certain complications related to that. So what happened next was a sense of a sort of panic mode, trying to save wherever I could, knowing that what was gone was gone. So I came out a week later on my socials, especially on Instagram, saying that the bad news for why I was delaying a video that I was working on so hard and why it was taking so long was because of like certain issues. And I shared this to the audience on both like Instagram and even like Twitter as well. And YouTube, I couldn't really communicate there because at that time the community tab feature was exclusively to people who were above around 1,000 to 5,000 subscribers, I believe, so around that, and I didn't have many subscribers then. That's why I couldn't really use the community tab either. Now of course the feature did shift towards, like, you know, later on they launched an update where anyone could use the community tab with their channel and just like that, but like I happened to like not do it. There are many commitments going on here and there, and whenever I could, it was usually on Instagram. So that's why it was mainly on Instagram where I shared info related to the project. Now about my videos on YouTube, it was like I was like whatever was uploading and posting, and about thumbnails and linking them in my bio and post individually at the time. So I made an urgent appeal to my viewers to help me with urgent fixes to my laptop after explaining all the bad news and reasons behind it all for my upcoming video. Of course, like I did not sadly enough get much support, except for a few people stating that there was nothing much that could be done, considering the issue that was at hand where the motherboard had certain problems. So that is why there was pretty much no saving it by then, and that it was too late and nothing could be done. However, I did manage to get the hard disk data back, which is why like all my apps, some of it, and the files and all. I could access them through an internal drive once the laptop is disassembled, and chose to access it only a few months ago. Yeah, I know, like of all the times I could have done it, I chose this year. Yeah, 3 years later I opened that thing properly, and then I saw all the things, and my god, it was like a eureka moment or something. It was like, for a dumb person like me, it was like that. Now of course there were a lot of problems with even that, which you could have obviously guessed. Like the uploads had also like stopped on both of the channels, and perhaps I could come back in some way or form on YouTube, or like using the shorts and like Instagram reels, which I did post some Instagram reels though, but like they weren't really like something that I could like post there as well, because at that time shorts was a very polarized topic, and like basically creating on YouTube shorts was like putting an axe up your ass, so that it wasn't a good feasible thing at the time. And then later on the whole thing died down, but at that time I wasn't able to like make videos at that scale, because again I had certain commitments, and like my device wasn't giving me any help either. I was anyways making reels on Instagram, like short reels, like very small reels, which were like around 30 seconds to 1 minute long, because that was anyways the limit at the time. And I was experimenting with some of them, and I even uploaded some on Twitter. Yeah, by the way, you can post videos on Twitter, and this was back when Twitter was Twitter and not X. No muskmelons, no everything, no super bullshit, no free hate speech. Anyways, where was I? Yeah, I uploaded some stuff on Twitter as well, and after being consistent on Twitter for a while and Instagram, I thought I could post some on YouTube, but I decided to skip on the ideas, since I knew I had to commit to what I wanted to do there with long form videos that I enjoyed making while it lasted, and not load out some sort of super mega omega reels that were easy to make and were very very painful to edit, especially on a high level video editing software, and would have been even more lethal to edit on my laptop, considering the whole aspect ratio issues, then adjusting your workflow and etc. But anyways, that's a whole other issue to talk about. But my main point was that I couldn't post videos at the time, not just due to commitment issues and not being able to film and edit stuff, but also because of other personal issues with me having to like exams and stuff, like having to give papers in between. Like this was during the second, third waves of the pandemic, so there was a lot of pressure there as well. And yeah, I had to give offline exams, by the way, so even then I couldn't exactly give online exams, and like for safety reasons, but still I had to go out there and give exams either way. So I had this ultimatum that I had to work my ass off, or else the future wouldn't be so bright, which it was in the first place, and never is. After the whole exams and stuff, like crucial exams and high school and its final stages, which wouldn't be so easily guaranteed, and they certainly weren't either way. Now I could go on and off about what exactly happened between the time jump from October 2021, which was a time where shit went down the drain, to well what is now, but that would be too much for this video. So to keep it succinct and simple enough, I will say that, spoiler alert, shit really did hit the fan after all. And after all the whole high school and senior high school like stuff, there was a lot of transitioning phases and shit going on. Gave up on writing stuff, yeah, which I will explain later in a future video. And if you do already follow me on Instagram, you know what exactly I'm talking about, because that was another crucial part of my phase at that time, and this was all the way back like on mad consistency since all the way back in 2017. 7 years, yeah, 7 years. What was I working upon? You will know if you just follow me on my socials other than here, unless I post about it and otherwise. And yeah, keep in mind I was a flipping kid who really started middle school in it, and I still sound like one. I don't know why, even though like that was a long time ago. And of course that was due to various other issues, and I got past that and got into some new writing gigs recently. Still didn't get where I used to be at the end of the spectrum, but I did try to look for stuff related to like getting it forward, putting it on the market, and getting serious as the years went by. Like 2021 became 2024 in an instance. Yo, what the fuck, man? Like, bro, time surely does pass fast. I mean, especially when you reach a certain threshold and then you proceed from that trajectory onwards, which that threshold was basically 2020. But either way, let's not get into that trajectory for now, but get to the main stuff of the video. Anyways, BS, BC, BSC, BCS aside, I did slowly make it out alive and survive, and then the game changer happened. I got this. Yeah, just another laptop, but man, this big old shit can definitely edit, hopefully. Not that the fans hit the shit when I do that thing in it. Why did I say in it these days? I have no idea. Anywho, like, I will let you know what exactly this is, as you will see in a few days, assuming that I do somehow make shit happen and I do work my ass off and not just, I don't know, give up midway, which I most likely could. So yeah, and so came the chance to make this video, which I had been planning since 2021, since the day I lost my first editing laptop, and here we are. Been a long while, but this certainly doesn't mean I go away again, hence why I did choose to post this now. I was supposed to post this way before, but I don't know, I took a lot longer to set things up. Not that I procrastinated or anything at this very moment, because now I intend to stay no matter how long it takes. Intention remains, that's why, because I need to be committed to the it's quite a heavy investment and working my ass off to get here, but like, if I don't, then it would be worthless and for nothing, and logic dictates that since I chose this path, and it must certainly be worked upon for any long-term gains or meaning or value. After all, that's what life is, and this channel is something that needs quite a lot of work, especially. Anywho, special thanks to those who supported during all those times since, and even before then, which is not many, but whatever. And of course, my dad really did help out with this, and without whom obviously none of this would be a concept, let alone a reality. So I'm super glad for his support and all. Like, usually it was quite, like, things were really hard and stuff, but still, like, somehow I'm glad that I have support, and thank you all. And so this is it. Yeah, it's a short video, I'm not gonna stretch it, even though it's 16 minutes long, I guess, I don't know. So we are back at last. See you in another video. This is R.R.Smith signing off.